said that all the guys had to come out of retirement to man all the positions and stuff like that at the front lines.
Well, let them man them.
What did they call you? You're capable.
Yeah, but that wasn't called. I wasn't guess enough essential.
Oh, I see. Oh.
It's a health service.
Yes, unreal. Well, thank you very much,
You're
Elvis.
welcome.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
He was coming up the road here, so I wanted to do the interview now.
Yeah? Oh. Oh, nice. Yeah, kept it pretty clean there. I'm surprised. Usually we can't do that. It's this is YouTube.
No, but you work for it, right?
No, my own, I'm a machinist. I just do this on the side of the weekends. Oh, look at that. Oh my God.
Strawberry rhubarb. Would you like a slice?
Look at that.
Just tell me which slice you
I don't
want.
believe it.
The strawberries.
You want the one with
This is the
strawberries?
first.
Last week I brought mango.
Oh my God.
Mango
Hey, you
cake.
showed really well on my video last time. It's good. Thank you very
Oh,
much.
which video? Which video?
Rebellion Party in Brantford News. You were on it.
Oh, with my speech?
You were talking about love and stuff like that. We were talking. Yeah.
Oh,
That was you.
you took it. You took a
I
picture.
posted it as well.
Thank you, of course.
Thank you very much.
I might have to cut smaller now.
Thank
There's a lot of people.
I'm going if you're not.
Go. You can sit down.
Is that them there?
Yeah,
What,
down
what's
the street.
going on? What's
Is
going on?
that peppermint spearmint?
Oh, yeah. Take it entire thing. It's from my garden. The rhubarb's from my
Thank
garden.
you very much. That was very good.
No
Thank
problem.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna have to do this.
Taking food from people I don't know. There we go. It was good too. We're living dangerously now, folks. Hi, sir. Would you like to make a statement or anything like that on YouTube?
You can ask me questions, I'll answer.
Sure. Why did you come today?
I'm broke as fuck. You know, I'm unemployed because of COVID-19. Want to end the lockdown so I can get back to work, get back to living my life again.
Good idea.
Get back to real life, you know, hopefully go to college. All the colleges are closed right now. I don't want to do an online course, so I don't think I'll learn as well. I had a job. I was working for a scrap metal company. I can't because of the lockdown. I just want to get back to real life. Okay, I'm going crazy at home, doing nothing all day.
Good for you to show up today and fight for that. I'm a machinist myself, and I've been lucky. I heard that a lot of shops were having a hard time keeping the things going, eh?
Yeah, so like AC and BC, you know, like before coronavirus and after coronavirus, a lot of businesses, you know, are going to go bankrupt. A lot of people are going to go bankrupt with their businesses. A lot of people are going to lose their properties, okay? It's destroying the economy. I do believe coronavirus exists. I don't know the extent, you know, how seriously we got to take it because I'm not a doctor and like I don't do any research, but I do think we got to open up the economy again because I think tons of people are going to run out of businesses, tons of people are going to run out of savings, okay? The government, the liberals, all they do is print money, okay? All this like CERB welfare we're getting, okay? It has to come from somewhere. They're just printing money, the
Actually,
liberals.
it's the private banks that are printing money, and the government is buying it off the private banks for more than it's worth because of interest. If the government, the Bank of Canada, printed money, what they could do is they could start a national labor service, right? And they could employ everyone, and every dollar printed would be a dollar earned. It would be back with their labor. Do you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so I don't think the liberals know how to run a country.
No, they don't.
They ruin everything. They give away all their money in foreign aid. We had masks for Canada, like emergency masks. They gave it away in foreign aid. Then all of a sudden we don't have masks because Trump decided to put America first and keep, you know, American masks that were originally, you know, set to go to Canada and keep them in America. Why doesn't Canada put Canadians first? Okay, that's my biggest question. Why are we giving our masks away in foreign aid when we don't have enough for our own people as well?
Because that's called nationalism. If you're nationalism, someone's going to call you a racist or something like that. Meanwhile, it means put your country, a country of people from every place, okay? Canadian nationalism is different than other nationalism if it's racist, right? Canadian isn't.
Nationalism is pretty it's the same, you know, like Jewish nationalism, which is Zionism,
Correct.
you know, which is Canadian nationalism, which is black nationalism, which is white nationalism. It's about putting, you know, your country first, like America first, just like Canada should put Canadians first, okay?
Yeah.
Just like, you know, I'm Jewish, I put Israel first. I'm also Canadian, I want Canadians to put Canada first. Just like I'm a huge patriot, I love Trump, he puts America first, I want Americans to put America first, okay? Nationalism translates anywhere and everywhere, okay? There's nothing racist, there's nothing wrong with, you know, with
Well, it
nationalism.
depends on how they approach it, right?
Definitely.
Sometimes you can get the Zionism, which is not a good thing, right?
Why?
But
Why not?
What's that? Because
Why- what's-
it's supremacy, that's why.
Someone who supports a Jewish state in Israel is a supremacist. Based on what? How?
What's that? Because they're Talmud, because they think that the people that follow the Talmud, I'm part Jewish myself. They say that
Mother or father?
my mom's side, but it's only her dad, so I'm not sure. Well, how's
you're
that
not
work?
Jewish?
Yeah, exactly. I'm only
Yeah.
quarter. Yeah. Anyway, he was my grandfather in Hungary. I never met him, and he had like a farm and stuff like that, and had a business and things like that. My mom kind of took the character traits of the merchant person. It's actually interesting to grow up like that. I found out late in life. It was pretty good. No, because in the Talmud, basically they call us goyim, and what that means is that like I'm like a 3/4 goyim, I guess, and that means that's a cat.
You're not a goyim. You're a goy. Okay, it's a difference. Goyim is a plural term.
Multiple, exactly.
Okay, you're not a plural. You're a singular person.
Exactly. But basically, that's what we know this, right? So that's a very bad term to call someone. Basically, means subhuman. Do you know what I mean? But don't worry about that. It doesn't mean that we can't like
a goy is a non-Jew, just like infidels is a non-Muslim. Just like I'm sure any other race or religion or ethnic group has terms for people who aren't affiliated with that ethnic group. Okay.
Right. It's just the Talmud. That's all. It's in the Talmud.
Okay, listen. If you don't like the Talmud, then don't practice the Talmud. The Talmud doesn't apply to you because you're not Jewish. Okay, you're a goy. You're a non-Jew.
No, but you should know.
So you don't practice the Talmud.
Correct. You should be aware of what other people might be thinking and they're planning. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
And why is it relevant to me what other people think?
Well, no, but I'm just saying if there are people that are plotting against us, right?
Who's plotting against you?
What's that? People that think that we're not humans. I think that's
that you're not humans. Who thinks you're not a human?
The people that practice the Talmud. They think
people who practice the Talmud think you're not a human.
Correct.
Name any one person who ever told you you're not a human because you're not.
They never told me to my face. But you see them on YouTube when rabbis speak and things like this. Basically, there's a saying: if a rabbi eats with a goy,
if a rabbi what's a goy?
Say if he has a dinner or a meal with a goy,
yeah,
he can go to his friends after and say he just had food with an animal. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I lived in Israel for 2.5 years.
Right.
I grew up, Avenue Wilson, which is like decently Jewish community.
Yep.
Lived on Bath Shepherd, decently Jewish community. I lived on Bath Wilson for a bit. I've never once heard that ever. Which rabbi has said he ate?
Oh, I can't remember the names.
Quote it. Oh, so you make statements, but you won't back up your statements?
No, you can go on YouTube.
You're making accusations, but you're not backing up your accusations. Okay?
YouTube takes the videos down, right? So then you can't find them
but
again.
They should be archived somewhere, okay? Most people archive their videos, okay?
No, but if I didn't download them to archive. I downloaded the links to them, right? So like in my favorites thing.
So you make accusations without backing up your accusations?
No, the Talmud's there. That's words on paper. That doesn't go anywhere. Yeah. But don't worry, it's not. I don't look at Jewish people poorly. I've known them in the past.
Jewish people don't care what.
Exactly, and that's what I've been promoting on this channel. I've been saying that just because a few guys run banks, just because a few guys run the newspapers and things like that, it doesn't reflect on all the people. Do you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so capitalism, hard work, pays off. Okay, if you're jealous of Jews for say owning banks, running media, you know what? Then do better next time. Okay, instead of being jealous and how Jews, quote unquote, run the world, and since the Jews run Hollywood, Jews run the banks. You know what? Outwork the Jews, okay? If you're so jealous about the Jews and how successful they are, then outwork them, okay? There's two types of anti-Semites. For the most is liberal left-wing anti-Semites, or mostly Muslims or communists who hate the Jews and hate Israel. And there's far-right anti-Semites, okay? We're talking about the Jewish question. Most of them are just freaking jealous. If on Jews' success, okay? If you hate Jews who run banks, who run Hollywood, you live in a capitalist society, okay? I'm pro-capitalism, then outwork the Jew, okay? Then, do better than them, okay? If you don't like how they run businesses, okay, then run your own business and do better and run outside of business, okay? If you don't like that Jews are doing successful in banks, then you know what? Work for a bank and outwork that Jewish CEO, you hate and, talk shit about.
Somehow I don't think you're going to get past them, my friend.
You're not going to get past? You know what? You live in capital. This is a free country. This is capital.
Capitalism is the same as communism.
Capitalism is nowhere near the same as
communism. It's when you buy money from bankers for more than it's worth instead of a country printing its own. The nationalism.
Hard work and merit pays off, okay? In Canada, anyone from anywhere can make it anywhere, okay? Same thing as America, bro. There's all these success stories all over the world, okay?
Right.
If you're jealous about, Jews, quote unquote, running banks, running Hollywood, running whatever, anything about the Jewish question, outwork them, okay?
It's hard to do that when you run for office and their institutions don't let you appear on television. Their Zionist TV channels don't put us on television.
Which Zionist TV channels?
Rogers. Also,
Rogers, Zionist TV channel?
The Freemasons don't want us to be on the...
Okay, you know what? Run your own media, okay? I have a YouTube channel, okay?
Yeah,
hang on. I feel censored by left-wing media, okay? I'm at bare right-wing protests all the time since I was 17, okay?
Yep.
I don't like left-wing media. I created my own YouTube channel, okay?
Yeah, myself.
Instead of being jealous that other media's, channels aren't covering you, create your own media channel, okay? Stop being jealous. Stop,
It's not a matter of jealousy. It's not jealousy. I'm not jealous of people, my friend. And I believe in hard work. I've been running in a machine shop since I was 8 years old. You know what I mean? And like I said, this isn't against the regular guy, against the DNA, okay? I don't hate my mom's my dad, your granddad, whatever, right? It's got nothing to do with that. Basically, there is a bunch of guys going around that basically run things and they tell us what to think. This lockdown is a part of what the media's been feeding to us, okay?
Be specific, call people out. Be specific, call people out.
And he's George Soros. There you go, he's Hungarian.
He's not Canadian.
No, he's Hungarian.
So how is this relevant
My
to Canadians?
parents were well, because he's funding things here. Okay, his tentacles reach across the border, and that's how these things work. Also, non-governmental organizations for Israel have been sending immigrants here like crazy, right? And into Europe.
Non-government, so NGOs, unaffiliated governments from Canada are bringing immigrants into Canada.
Antifa is an NGO, okay? It's the same kind of thing.
And what control do these Zionists, be specific, which Zionist organizations are bringing in immigrants? Be specific, call them out. Stand behind your points. Who?
I don't have any names.
So you're calling out all these Zionist organizations, but hang on. You're calling out these Zionist organizations, but you can't name them. You're saying Zionist organizations are bringing in immigrants into Canada, but you can't name which Zionist organizations are bringing in people into Canada.
I haven't been keeping names on all the small details
Okay,
like that, my friend.
so stand behind your points. If you're gonna make accusations, you better back them up
Well,
with
what
facts,
I'll do,
okay?
here, I'll tell you what I'll do. It's good. I'll look it up, and I'll make a video, and I'll do a video on NGOs.
Next time, do your homework before calling people out, okay?
No, it's quite all right. There's lots of time for this. What I'll do is I'll make a video, and it's a good challenge, and I'll inform people.
What channel are you? Who are you affiliated?
Brantford News.
Pardon?
Brantford News and Rebellion Party. I have two channels. One's Brantford News, one's Rebellion Party. We're a nationalist channel, and the Brantford News channel is a channel for normal people who are not left and right wing, because that's controlled opposition. You see what I'm saying? Back in the day when the communists were around, all right, back in the 1917s there, when they took over Russia, it wasn't a Russian revolution, it was a Jewish revolution. They killed 66 million people. Those guys were way worse than the Hollywood Nazis were, okay? That's what they did. It was a minority, kind of like South Africa.
Okay, Jews were massacred by communists, okay? Like, historically, Jews do have, like, communist beliefs, just because we're plagued with left-wing Jews, okay?
Well, that's where it came from.
Hang on. No, hang on. Okay,
which is fine.
All this self-hating whites, all the things that plague self-masochistic whites, also plague the Jewish community, just like any other community. Okay.
Right.
They're communist Jews, just like they're communist whites. I guarantee you right now, there's more communist white people than there are communist Jewish people.
Oh, most certainly. Zionism is actually mostly non-Jewish, I believe, because you have your Zionist Christians, you got your Freemasons. They outnumber them. That's all.
Jews are a very small community. Okay.
That's right.
Most people outnumber us in everything.
But when you print the world's money, you control the world's laws.
Jews don't print the money. Call it which Jew prints the world's money?
The Rothschilds. Yeah, there you go. That's the big one. That's all there is to it. You know what I mean? And then what they do is they use their influence to buy media. And then that media puts a lie in your ear and tells you to stay home because there's a virus going on. That's how that works, okay? Or they don't tell you the biggest lie, which is banks print money. They don't lend it to you, okay? They don't lend out your savings. That's a huge lie, okay? And it's a big omission from the press.
Okay, I never researched banks. I don't know how they work.
I'll tell you what. I went to the National Archives and I got the law, but it was like, the guy. It says that banks give out deposits. Okay, so when you get a mortgage, they don't lend anybody savings out. They put money into your account electronically.
Okay,
that's how it works.
I never researched banks. I don't know how to comment on it.
Basically, so
good for you, buddy.
No, but what I'm saying is, I could help, Canadians live better because then you can.
How many Canadians have ever asked for your help? How many Canadians go up to you and say, "Oh, can you help me live better"? How many Canadians go up to you and ask, "Can you help me live better"? Who's gone up to you?
I've run in a few elections. And I haven't done very well, my friend.
So you've lost. You've lost every election
every
you've run?
Single one I've been in, right? And anyway, but what I've been doing.
So you're rejected by Canadians.
Huh?
So you were rejected by Canadians.
Oh, most certainly. That's a fact. Yeah.
So why are you saying Canadians are going out of their way asking you to help them if they're rejecting you? Actually.
No, I'm just trying to be helpful and tell them how banking works. Okay. That's what I'm doing.
Do you have a degree in banking or accounting or anything like that?
I don't need one. I already found out where the money comes from. That's all you gotta do. You boil it down to its bare essences. And then what you do is, that's what the Germans did in the 40s, and the 30s. They printed money in exchange for labor. That's how they got out of their big mess, okay? And they weren't the racists that everybody says they were, okay?
They were Germans. Yes, they were.
There was the guy named Werner Goldberg, and he was basically the model German. His image, he was a half Jew. Hitler's driver was half Jewish. I think half of his staff was Jewish, man. No shit. Like, I'm telling you, I don't believe in the racist stuff. I don't like that stuff at all. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not a big fan of it. But I don't like to keep things from people just because some guy's going to throw me in jail for denying birth or something. It calls me a racist or something like that, or an anti-Semite, and that's enough to get thrown in jail.
I've spoken with you for a very short period of time, and I can confirm you're an anti-Semite, okay?
I'm what?
I've spoken for a very short period of time, I can confirm you're an anti-Semite.
Well, actually, you're wrong, because most Jews, like my relatives, aren't Semites. They're Europeans.
A Jew? Okay.
Yeah.
You know what a Semite is?
Yeah, someone that's from the area where they speak the language, and they're
a Semite is someone who comes from a region that speaks the Semitic language. Okay.
Absolutely.
Jews were displaced from Israel into Europe.
Right.
Okay, so
Oh, maybe.
they're still indigenous to a Semitic region.
But I think they adopted a religion, the Europeans did, and they call themselves Jews, right? They're Ashkenazi Jews, like my relatives.
I'm
You know what I mean?
Ashkenazi Jew, okay?
Exactly, yeah.
Jews were
So you're not a
displaced.
Semite. What they did was...
I'm a Semite, okay? I'm Israeli. I have Israeli citizenship. Jews have a coalescence and genesis to the land of Israel, which is what makes us indigenous.
Well,
you know
not-
what indigenous is?
Yeah, you're from
What?
there. But basically...
No, that's Aboriginal. Indigenous means you became a people there, okay? We have a coalescence and genesis to the land
Oh,
of
that's indigenous,
We-
but it doesn't mean to make them Semites. That just means
Okay,
like...
we were
it's like
displaced. No, we were displaced into Europe, okay?
Like I was born on the Haldeman track, which is basically what they call Mohawk territory, but I'm not a Mohawk, okay? I can't claim to be. So that's what I'm trying to say. That's the equation I'm making with you here. Basically what happened was the European Jews went down there and they displaced some of the Semitic Jews and gave them radiation treatment and killed a lot of them, all right? They're little kids.
I don't know where you're getting this information
That's called the
from.
Roundworm Children. There's a movie out there on that. Now I don't have every name remembered, but I do remember the gist of things, just like I remember the gist of things on other stuff.
There's a merge going on. I don't want to
Yeah.
give you too much more time. Anything you want to wrap up with?
Yeah. Well, there it was interesting talking to you, right?
It was not interesting talking
Yeah,
to you.
well,
okay?
I
I
don't
really
really-
don't like you, okay?
Well, that's because, well, I don't like the enemies of humanity much myself.
I'm an
Everybody-
enemy of humanity?
I don't know, are you? If you think we're a bunch of goyim or stuff like that, I'm not a
Did I
fan
call
of
it?
No,
okay.
but I'm just saying.
No,
buddy,
there's not one
that's
person.
why I
There's
don't
not
like
one.
these
Hang on.
guys.
There's not one person ever who's ever called you a goyim.
But you
Okay.
called me an anti-Semite. You're
You
wrong
are an
about that.
anti-Semite.
I'm not.
You are an anti-Semite.
Palestinians are Semitic, are they?
A very select minority of them.
What?
A very select minority of Arabs
Really?
are Semites.
Well, I don't hate them, so how can I be anti-Semitic if I don't hate them?
I don't
What am
hate it- I don't
selective
hate
to be
ethnic-
anti-Semitic? Is that what
I
it
don't
is?
hate an ethnic group of people that doesn't exist.
Neither do
Palestine hasn't existed since 1948. There is no Palestine. I give them no entity.
I. There's no Palestine.
I give them no entity. Palestinians don't
Really?
exist.
So you're a supremacist then?
I'm not a supremacist.
You don't think Palestinians
It's
should live
basic
in their own
history.
land?
It's Palestine is Greek, which translates to invader. Okay, Emperor Hadrian coined the term Palestina in an attempt to wipe Jews from history.
Well, it was after-
Hang on.
Sure.
Hang on. Arabs didn't come to Palestine until the 7th century during the Islamic conquest. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I give them no entity. If their claim to the land of Palestine is that they colonized it, hang on, and then they lost it in a war which they started with us, then I give them no entity.
Well, so yeah, I don't mind that. What I'm trying to say is that after World War I, it was given to the Zionists, right? It was that whole war.
Jews
was,
are indigenous.
that-
I don't know. This is
that-
a march corner. Okay, I don't want to give
That
you
whole
too much
war
more
was
time.
fought just
I'm not giving
to
you too
give
much more time.
Israel the land there.
Jews,
Zionist.
okay, Jews
There's a
won a war.
Balfour Declaration. You
Jews,
hear
yeah,
that?
I know. Yeah, Jews won a war of independence. Okay,
When was that?
1948. We won a war of independence.
Yeah, well, they were there way before that. They were there after World War I when all of our guys died for the wrong
There are an
reasons.
estimated 60,000 Jews living in Israel pre-1948. Okay, there were Jews. Jews were ethnically cleansed from
Yeah, and Hitler
indigenous.
deported a lot more there so that they
I'm
could.
pardon?
Hitler deported a lot more to Israel too. The Havar Agreement. They let them take their wealth with them, and they were trying to deport them, not exterminate them. That's what they were doing. You know
You're a
what I mean?
fucking liar, man.
No, that's what it is.
I don't like you.
Look
Okay.
up the Havar Agreement. HA.
I want to go to this march. I really don't fucking like you. Okay.
I don't care. I'm just telling you, this is Canada. I'll say whatever I want to
You're
do.
a
They
fucking
don't-
liar. Did I tell you you can't speak? Did I say you can't speak?
Well, a lot of Jewish guys do when they want to throw you in jail, like those guys from all those terror groups. Okay, buddy.
Which terror groups?
The B'nai B'rith and.
B'nai B'rith is a terrorist
Sure,
organization.
and same with,
on which
the Center for Israel
which
Jewish-
country's list?
What's that on my list? Because
Which
if I-
country's list?
My list.
Which country's list is
It's
a
on
list of
my
terrorists?
list. If the countries
You're a
are
joke,
run,
man.
yeah, there you go.
You're a joke,
How come
man.
my buddy went to jail for it?
You're
There
a
you go.
fucking joke,
He's out here today, actually.
Who?
You know, for hatred against Jews and women. This guy, James Sears. That's what they threw him in jail. Okay.
I don't know him.
Yeah, this is Canada. See, this isn't Israel.
wanna go on the march,
If I
okay?
want
I
to
can't
criticize
I don't-
Israel, I should be able to do it without someone throwing me in jail for
No
it.
one ever said you can't criticize Israel.
Yes, they are.
No one
There's a
ever
bill
took away from
168 in Ontario right now. Okay, it's the anti-Semitism bill, and that means if I because of the stupid International Holocaust Remembrance Alliance idiots,
You say
they want
fuck you
to
say?
they want to make it so that.
You don't have permission to record me anymore.
All right, well, you don't have permission to touch my camera.
I don't care. You
All
don't
right.
have permission to record me anymore. You don't have permission to.
Throw punch. Fuck off.
Throw punch.
Fuck off, buddy.
You don't have permission to record me.
You fuck right off, okay?
Throw punch.
Yeah?
Throw
Fuck
punch.
yourself.
Throw punch.
Go fuck your mother. Ready? Cocksucker.
That's not real, is it?
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on?
Well, he wants to have me thrown in jail for criticizing Israel. So I'm not a fan of that shit.
Free speech.
Exactly.
Free speech.